So there's more news on Facebook from a Reuters Ipsos poll. It shows that 44% of respondents thought that the botched IPO had basically marred their view of the company. We've seen this before, but for a consumer product like Facebook, that's not good news, is it now, Rob?
It's awful news. If you think about it, people don't have to use Facebook. Of course, they go there and they don't pay anything for it. They just kind of go there because they like it, you know, and it's kind of an enjoyable experience. If it becomes less enjoyable, that's very bad.
But nothing's happened to the product.
No,
this is what's extraordinary.
And if you think about it, how many people have actually bought Facebook shares versus 900 million users? It's a small fraction of people.
But it's a testament to the power of very bad publicity.
But it also goes to, I mean, what you just said sort of goes against what the conventional wisdom was in the run-up to the IPO, which was that Facebook had become this like necessity in people's lives, that everyone needed to be on it, that it was 900 million people connected around the world, and there was nothing that was going to break this chain. And just one simple thing, as you say, has nothing to do with the business itself, has already...
Right now, reputationally, Facebook, as we've said and written about before, has become, sort of associated with the money grubbing of Wall Street, screwing small shareholders,
which is
being greedy. That's the problem. That is why Mark Zuckerberg, really has to take some accountability.
That's the irony, isn't it? Because Zuckerberg really doesn't care that much about money.
But he must care about this. When
he cares about the reputation of the company. Yeah. And it's easy. You could do this easily enough. I mean, if everything goes well, and a successful IPO can be very good for a company. I mean, look at the average.
Tesla was an example.
Tesla was a good one. If you bought a Roadster, they would give you got to buy stock at the IPO price. The stock went up 44% the first day. That was a lot of happy owners, and I'm sure next time they went to buy a car, they're like, I like that.
I think the other question is sort of what this does, like what this has done to the ecosystem of sort of startups and other companies that were in that process of going through multiple rounds of fundraising, headed toward the same path, and whether or not they're now going to start to suffer as a result of sort of this
being lumped into
reverse halo of whatever it is.
I mean, remember, now, of course, Facebook wasn't like Tesla offering its users any particular, in to get the stock, which is wise. I mean, Tesla might have worked out well, but you can think of the case of Vonage, for example. Do you remember?
That was kind of the inverse of Tesla, if you want. What Vonage was, they were a voice over IP telephone company, and it was run by a guy who was banned from the securities industry from life. So that should have caused people to have a little bit question it. What they did is they said, for all their people, they sent out emails and voicemails to customers saying, get in now and you can buy the stock at the IPO price, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The stock lost half its value in a month. So, so a lot of customers were a bit annoyed
piss off
at the
your
company.
customers because you've made them shareholders and lost them a whole lot of money. They stop using the service. That's not necessarily what's happened here, of course, with Facebook. This is more reputational, though. I mean, the issue is for a consumer brand, you don't want to be seen as anything but, sort of...
Well, it's the double-edged sword. It's a great way to sort of generate interest, but if it goes wrong, this is, this is...
So that's why when you're the CEO managing your IPO, might be worth sticking around for. Anyway, thanks, guys, and we'll be back with more Breaking Views tomorrow.